And so again, I want to thank all of the presenters who were there today and yesterday. I think that if you look as the American Peanut Research and Education Society, if you looked at the depth and breadth and quality of this research, just later this morning, we've gone from bacterial transformations. We've looked at downforce, we've looked at aflatoxin management, we've looked at breeding, we've looked at new technology. I think we as an organization can be very proud, not only of the students, but also we can report to the industry that our students are very much engaged in research that will make a difference and will have an impact on peanut production, not only here, but around the world for many years to come. I want to remind everyone that this is the largest Joe Sugg Award competition we've ever had. We've had 28 presenters, but it's not the only competition. We have an additional 10 students, so a total of 38 students, 28 in the oral presentation, and 10 who've entered posters. And I encourage you to go through your program and you can see and go and view the poster presentations by these students. They have every bit as much work has gone into them and effort. We're very proud. The ones I've seen, I'm very proud of. They've got a 2 to 3 minute video that explains the poster, and you can also view the poster. So please go ahead and look at that. We will be summing the scores from the judges for both of these, and at a later time, probably tomorrow sometime, we'll be able to get the award winners. But like I say every year, and one who competed back in this trial over 20 years ago now, I can say the real winners for this presentation are not first, second, and third place, so that's certainly something desirable. The biggest winners are our organization itself, and looking at all of this excellence from the advisors down to the students who are presenting, and also the opportunity the students have had to present to us. Now, this has given us a unique challenges this year as far as this Joe Sugg Award competition, because we've had to learn and the students have had to adapt and to adopt. And I certainly thank them for their encouragement to get through this. But I think the real winners are the students who participated in being able to share with us the excellence in their preparation and the excellence in their presentations that they've done. If we were together in person, I'd ask for a round of applause for all of them. They've all been winners. Don't think I've ever seen a better competition. Since we're not together, I just know that everybody in the society is agreeing with me now. With that, I'm going to turn the meeting back over to our president, Dr. Barry Tillman, and our chair for this meeting, Dr. Gary Schwartzlow.
Thank you again, Bob, and for all the presenters today. Great job, and I learned a lot. And as Bob said, it was an outstanding group of presenters and information, and we look forward to more of that in the future. So this is just a very short business meeting. As you know, we would normally have a business meeting on Thursday evening of our meeting, and at which time we would elect new officers for our board of directors, and that has been done already. You were able to vote in that earlier, and so I have the privilege of announcing that. Okay, very good. So Dr. Rick Brandenburg chaired the nominations committee, and the board members you see listed there are all listed there, and the outgoing board members, myself, Gary Schwartzlow, Rick Brandenburg, Mark Burrow, Chris Leibold, Steve Brown, Dan Ward, and Chandler Levinson, and each will be replaced by the nominees you see on the right. Gary Schwartzlow, David Jordan, myself as past president, Mark Burrow, Victor Nwasu, Steve Brown, Dan Ward, and Nick Hurdle, and will occupy each of those positions you'll see on the left. So that was the nominations committee report, and I'm pleased to say that as you voted on that, it was recommended to the board of directors and validated by us in terms of the number of years and service to the society that those individuals have. We presented that recommendation to the membership and called for additional nominees, and there were no additional nominees received. So we closed the nominations, and there was an e-vote for these individuals to occupy the board positions as stated, and 15% of our membership, which is required by our bylaws, did vote unanimously to elect this slate of officers as presented. So thank you for your service to the society. Those who are outgoing, I want to show you what the new slate of officers will look like for this coming year. Our president, Gary Schwartzlow, will just in a minute close the meeting. Our president-elect, David Jordan, and I will serve as past president and do this process again in terms of nomination for our next years. And so just want to thank all those folks listed here, Nathan Smith for being the university rep from Virginia, Carolina, Bob Kimwright from the Southeast. Southwest, Mark Burrow, our USDA representative, Lisa Dean in North Carolina, and industry representatives, Henry McLean from the production area, Bob Sutter from the Grower Association, Victor Nuasu from Manufactured Products, and Steve Brown, the American Peanut Council, Dan Ward from the National Peanut Board, and Nick Hurdle for the APRIS Graduate Student Organization as president of that. So thank you all for your service, and please thank these individuals. Now, I want to recognize our outgoing board members, and normally we would have a in-person recognition in which we would hand them this very nice plaque here of a peanut line drawing and colored line drawing. Obviously, we can't do that in person this year, but they will be receiving this perhaps in the mail, perhaps at the next meeting in Dallas next year. I just want to thank Rick Brandenburg, past president, for his service, Chris Leibold of the J.M. Smucker Company for his service to the board as well, Mark Burrow from Texas A&M for his service, and Steve Brown, Dan Ward, and Chandler Levinson for your service to the board. And each of you who have not received one of these in the past, some of you are rotating back on the board in various positions, but if you've not received one of these in the past, they will receive this nice nice plaque to hang on your wall. I have mine right over here. That's a picture of it. It's about 2 feet by 2.5 feet, so it's a nice size wall portrait to hang on your wall there. So as my last official duty, I would like to pass the APRIS gavel to Dr. Gary Schwartzlos. And so I'm trying to maximize my screen here. So you can see here's the APRIS gavel, and I'm going to pass it all the way to Texas where Gary is sitting. So Gary, here you go. Would you mind taking the gavel? And I'll turn it over to Gary now. Gary, were you able to receive that gavel?
How about that?
Oh, look at that.
Electronically, here we go.
Very good. Thank you, Gary. Take it away.
Thank you. And thank you, Barry, for your services and your direction to APRIS. This has really been a challenging year. I think everybody has recognized that as we prepared for this meeting as the board and as the attendees. You're able to see the efforts that have been put into this year's meeting. So as we close the 52nd annual APRIS meeting, I want to follow up with what Barry was saying. I have a large number of people that I want to thank, and so be patient with me. And as you see these people as we go through the field, and you see these people in the field, or if you talk to them, be sure and tell them thank you, because without their support, we would never have been able to accomplish what we did. So first off, I think everybody knows this, huge thanks to Kim Cutchins, Executive Director of APRIS. She's the reason why this meeting was successful. As we were planning for this meeting, we had a lot of hesitation. Do we do it face to face? Do we do this virtually? Once the decision was made, Kim jumped in, all in. And if you have any questions about Zoom and how it works, or if you need to do any meetings, contact Kim. She's now the Zoom expert. And I know that we all appreciate what you did. Kim, I don't know if I know you're in the backgrounds there, but thank you very much for everything that you've done, everything you do for this meeting, everything you do for APRIS. Secondly, I want to thank those people that are behind the curtains and behind the monitors. A lot of this seemed seamless in what we were doing, but if you saw all the button pushing that was happening in the background, you could understand why the meeting was as successful as it was. So big thank you to Perrine Kemerite, Dr. Emmy Kimura, and Chandler Levinson. Because of what you've done and your cooperation and participation with Kim and working with the board of directors, this meeting has been as successful as it is. Next group of people I want to thank is the 2020 program committee. Dr. Johnny Kaysen did a great job with the aflatoxin symposium, some great speakers, great presentations, and it's certainly a challenge that our peanut producers and our researchers are faced with every year. So excellent job. Dr. Emmy Kimura, when I asked her to be the local arrangements, I'm sure she was thinking that she was going to be working at the hotel, setting up the rooms, getting the AV, getting the signs, getting everybody in place. And then when we made the change, she became the virtual assistant. So thank you very much, Emmy, for everything that you did. Dr. Peter Dotre, I know that this is a responsibility that you thoroughly enjoy. You did a great job of bringing the number of people that you did to help participate. The fun run continued on just as we would in any other normal season. Sorry about that. Next, I want to thank Dr. Bob Camerite. I think over the past 2 days, you've seen the excellence that he has put together for this graduate student organization. This was really a challenge for him in terms of how do we get people from attendees to panelists to sharing their screens to doing videos. Bob, excellent job. It's hard to say that this was one of the best run, but I can tell you this was one of the best virtually run graduate student presentations that I've ever been a part of. So thank you. Next up is a thank you, a huge thank you to our judges, Abraham Fulmer, Mark Burrow, and James Gricker. Again, they're going through all these presentations. They're having to make that difficult decision of who out of these graduate student presentations, who's going to be the top winners. It's going to be a hard choice for them. And I do appreciate them taking time out of their schedule to do this. Next up, and Barry said this as well, and so did Bob, thank you to all of our speakers, the graduate student speakers, our poster authors, our pre-recorded presentations. This was a new challenge, new technology, and we really didn't know how we were going to get this done, but we pulled it off. We have, if you go to our website and look at the pre-recorded presentations, if you look at the posters, all of this information is there and it's still going to be there. So in case you miss something, you can pull up that information. So thank you all to all the great speakers. Barry had it on the screen a while ago. Thank you to our sponsors. Of course, we have a lot of people that registered for the meeting. I think we were at 245, give or take, people that registered for the virtual meeting. But without our sponsors, APRIS still continues into the future. I really hope that you thank these sponsors when you see them in the field. If you talk to them, tell them thank you for their work and what they do and how they support APRIS. Also, be sure and visit our site. Again, Kim has been able to separate the different presentations so that you can look at the pre-recorded presentations, you can look at the posters, you can look at the sponsor videos. There are some excellent videos there that give you information about our sponsors. Finally, I want to thank you. I know this was a challenge. We're used to sitting in the meeting, having that face-to-face participation. Our partnerships, our friendships occur face-to-face. This was a difficult situation, a difficult task. And I really, really hope that as we go to 2021, that we're back to doing work as we normally do, and that we're back to doing the APRIS meeting as we normally do. As an FYI, as you leave the session today, you will be asked to complete a survey, or a survey will be sent to you. I'm not really sure which way that's going to happen. Please complete the survey. give us information about what's going on, and give us your positive feedback, negative feedback. We need feedback. We need to know what we did right, what we did wrong, and what we can do better in the future. A question just popped up. Can we get to see or save all the recordings of the competitions? I believe all the recordings are on the APRA site. Is that right, Kim?
Not yet, but they will be shortly. We're going to divide and instead of do one complete presentation, we will break out everybody's individual presentation. That'll take us a couple of days to do that. And it's Emmy that will be doing that. She's fantastic, not me.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Kim, Emmy, as well. So just give us a few days and those presentations will be available. So survey, again, give us your comments, give us your suggestions, give us your thoughts. Let us know what you think and how we can make this better. I think that's it. I think we've had a great meeting. I had a long list of thank yous to everybody. This is, again, another thank you to you. Thank you to everybody that participated. Thank you to everybody that attended. As we leave today, as we end this session, please be safe. Please be healthy. Take care of yourselves, and we'll be seeing you as we go into the 2021 season and to our meeting. If there are no other comments, I don't see any questions. Everything's good. So I'd like to adjourn with my newfound gavel. I adjourn this 2020 APRIS meeting. Everybody have a great day.